Hi guys, welcome to Social Profs. This is the second video on the chapter Agriculture. In this video, we'll be discussing the various cropping seasons of India. So, a cropping season is decided based on when a crop is sown and when it is harvested. Like, if it is harvested in the winter season, we get Rabi crops. If it is harvested in the summer season, just before the monsoon, we get Kharif crops. And in between the two seasons, we have a Zaid season. So these are the three seasons of Indian cropping, that are Rabi, Kharif and Zaid. So we'll be discussing each of them individually. We'll start with Rabi crops. So Rabi crops are sown in the winter season, in the months of September, October and December. Generally, at the end of the monsoon, we have our beginning of Rabi season's sowing. So the most important crop here is wheat, and as we know, wheat is found in North India. The reason for that is because the Rabi crops require rainfall as every other crop, and in winters you have rainfall primarily because of these western temperate cyclones which bring rainfall to the north of India. So the western temperate cyclones come from here and they bring rainfall to these parts of India. Because of that, you have your Rabi crops primarily in these areas. So we have our wheat, we have our barley, peas, gram and mustard. All these crops you will see are primarily found in the north of India, from the regions of western Rajasthan to Punjab, Haryana, UP, in these areas. So this is the Rabi season. The crops are sown in winters and they are harvested near this area around April. So just before the beginning of summer season, we have the harvesting for Rabi crops. So it starts from winter and till the beginning of summer. Then we have another important cropping season of Kharif. So Kharif is basically just at the beginning of monsoon you have the sowing season for Kharif, and by the end of monsoon you harvest the Kharif crops. So because of this, you'll find Kharif crops to be all over the country. So you'll see the most important crop first of all is paddy. Paddy is rice with husk. So the covering of the rice grains, that is husk. So paddy crops are those rice that have rice with husk in them. So this is the most important crop of Kharif season, and it is found almost everywhere in the country owing to monsoon. So because of this, you will see that Rabi crops are this Kharif crops. Paddy initially is found in Assam, West Bengal, coastal regions of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Maharashtra, recently in Punjab and Haryana because of well irrigation systems also. Because monsoon generally does not reach these areas. So because of irrigation now, paddy crops, Kharif crops are possible in these areas as well. So, but the most important area is this and these coastal areas, coastal belts for Kharif crops. So this is about Kharif season. Then we have the third cropping season of Zaid. Zaid is basically the gap between the two seasons of Kharif and Rabi. So Rabi ends near around April, May, and your Kharif starts from your June, July. So in between there are 2 months, April, May. In those 2 months, Zaid season cropping is done. So primary crops are basically fruits and vegetables. So you will see crops like watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, vegetables and other fodder crops. All of them are grown in the Zaid season. So these are the three seasons that we have in India, and almost all your crops are divided in these three regions. So just to give you a recap, Rabi is your winter crops, Kharif is your summer crops, and Zaid is the gap between summer and winter, so basically your fruits and vegetables. So this is about the cropping seasons of India. Thank you so much.